good spirits. He was discharged from hospital in Wigan last night. He's got a badly broken leg. He's on the painkillers. He'll be out for 6 to 8 weeks. Been absolutely overwhelmed with all the calls, texts and messages of support he's received, and all of us say get well soon, Phil. Kevin Sinfield gets us underway after the whistle from James Child. Here we go. This is a big night for the black and whites.
Certainly is, and they know it. And Peter Gentle, the black and white coach, is fully aware that it's up front where they can just absolutely control this game. The likes of Andy Lynch, Danny Houghton, Sam Moore, they really have got to set the scene tonight.
It's Danny Tickle. That's a thunderous challenge from Peacock. Jamie Peacock, his 180th appearance for this club, 26 times a Great Britain international, and 22 times he's pulled on the red and white of England. This, though, is Richard Whiting, and he was almost through. That was a very good tackle.
Sean Lunt got down early, and it had to be. That's great work.
Tom Briscoe down the line. He's got support inside him. Oh, a stumble from young Matthew Russell. But
someone was taken out in back play.
Yeah, I think it was a Leeds defender, gents, just as the cavalry was arriving for the Rhinos. One of the FC players just pulled back. We might get a better look. There's Carl Ablett, pulled back by, is it Brett Seymour?
Yeah,
great break. Beautiful ball from FC.
Come on, guys.
There's always going to be space on the outside. And if Hull have the pace and intelligence to find that pass, then there could be danger.
This is Kylie Luluai, meanwhile, for the Leeds Rhinos, his 27th consecutive appearance tonight. He plays the ball there to Sean Lunt. That's Maguire. Jamie Jones-Buchanan, welcome back to him to Super League. Last appearance in the World Club Challenge against Manly in February. He's been a long time on the sidelines, and he has been itching to get back into the action. He's doing that now, as is Peacock, who goes down there on tackle number 3, just inside the Hull half of the field. This is Delaney, who's been playing so well for Leeds in 2012.
But they're grouping up very strongly, the black and whites in defence. They need to do as well. And I suppose in many ways, when Hull had that position, the big confidence booster for them would have been the way that the standoff, Richard Whiting, he nearly broke through. The real lift. Here's a high kick.
Got to reel up and under this. A reel up and under from Sinfield. Who wants it? Well, Danny Maguire does. And that's got a bit more direction on it. That's a lovely kick. It turned round young Matthew Russell, but he stood up to the challenge well. And he does very well to stay in the field of play. This is Will Sharp now at dummy half. Gets the ball away. And Manu trying to work the ball forward. The crowd on the back of the referee.
Great work by the youngster Matthew Russell. How on earth he spun around and got away from the clutches of the on-rushing Leeds defence. Now the big question now, can Hull get anywhere near that halfway line and utilise the kicking game?
Manu again here, trying to outmuscle 3 Leeds defenders. There's Brian McDermott, the Leeds Rhinos coach, watching pensively at touchline. Lynch gets the ball away, looping pass over the top, and that was from Jay Pitts, and he finds the man on the run, who is Jordan Turner, who's grounded on halfway. Tackle number 4. Will Sharp again here for the black and white. Tickle then to Seymour, gets the kick in, but an easy one really for Brent Webb, and the Leeds full-back will run this ball back.
Well, it looked like a good chase there from the black and whites, but sadly they sort of just slowed down and allowed them to get through, but now they're muscling up quickly.
You know, some people have perhaps been critical of Hull's attack this year, maybe a lack of creativity. I'd say in the first 4 minutes we couldn't accuse them of that here. There's been good ball movement. They've tried to get wide and around and finding the space on this left-hand side, shifting it wide to the right, and if they can match it here now with that Steeler defence, we're in for a pretty good game.
It's Leeds who are in possession. Sean Lunt waiting as Delaney plays the ball to him. Here goes ball forward. Jamie Peacock, almost 450 career games now for him.
Great kick there. Kevin Sinfield, absolutely. It's a bit too long, but they won't mind that. They'll muscle up on that 30-metre line. Try to get the backspin on it. It's been such a wonderful tactic for so many years on this Rhinos outfit. Be able to kick and chase, force the opposition down into their own quarter.
Richard Whiting again. Crowd really are getting in the back of James Child, imploring him to blow a penalty for the black and whites. Nothing coming yet from the whistle of the referee. That's a good offload. So is that Seymour. Brilliantly picked up by Tickle. And Turner tried to force the ball out wide. Was under pressure from Ryan Hall.
Well, he thought Will Sharp was out there, but Sharp had come right in on the inside, expecting a little crisscross pass.
Tickle drives it forward. Danny Houghton waits the dummy half. And here's a high shot by Jamie Jones-Buchanan, I think.
Just went a little bit too high, a little lazy. Nice little flick back on the inside by Brett Seymour. He's a man that'll certainly turn it on. No doubt about it, Sam Mower would have felt that.
Yes, it's right underneath the chin. Penalty is taken, Hull deep into Leeds territory. This is Andy Lynch.
Now, if Hull don't score on this set, it's important that they do apply the pressure, make sure there's a good kicking game. Good work by the hooker there.
Watched all the way by Jamie Jones-Buchanan and Jamie Peacock. Tickle the dummy half. Good movement, and he's certainly getting...
Battle. Jordan Turner against Zach Hardacre, left and right centre. A great battle in process.
7 minutes gone, 0-0 here at the KC Stadium. Sean Lunt was the man who was tackled there. Here is Delaney again, wrestled to the ground around the neck by Houghton. Referee allows it to continue on. Sinfield finds Ablett. Ablett brushes off one tackle, gives it then to Ben Jones-Bishop. That's good play by Whiting.
Certainly is, and Ben Jones-Bishop realising that Whiting is such a strong man, made sure he got well and truly away from it, or utilised the dummy. They've got away with it. They utilised Jamie Jones-Buchanan there. He went to crisscross.
Here's Jamie Jones-Buchanan now, gets the ball away to Luluai. Good driving run from the big prop forward that.
It needs a quick play of the ball. It's average, but at least they'll get moving.
This is the last tackle. It'll go high off the boot of Sinfield, and boy, that's high. Briscoe's underneath it. Briscoe takes it well. Steps away from Ablett, but Ablett comes back and pulls him down.
Good kick and chase. And I must say, the makeshift centre Carl Ablett is in absolute wonderful form in defence.
Leeds in great form. They've won the last 4 games in the Super League and the Challenge Cup. But a touch of encouragement here. And Will Sharp has lost the ball. That doesn't give them any encouragement. This might. Leeds have lost their last 2 games away from home in Super League, Bradford and Saints.
Just got a little bit excited. He wanted to regain his feet as quickly as possible. But the sin was he lost control.
When you look at the things that you need to do to win a game, carrying the ball forward and getting it out of your half of the field is one of them. And Hull have been unable there. They've lost possession. It's perhaps an undervalued asset that some teams have. Some teams do better than others.
Well, they followed him all the way over. Jordan Turner followed Brent Webb all the way over to that far side. Here's Jamie Jones-Buchanan again.
Both sides are utilising the sliding defence very effectively.
Well, the play is on that far side of the field, this near side. Carl Ablett is limping a little heavily for the Leeds Rhinos. And he doesn't look crash hot at the moment as Sinfield attacks the line, finds Webb over the top of Ablett. Simple try for Ben Jones-Bishop. Tremendous pass out wide. The crowd believe it was forward, but it didn't look as though it was here. And Ben Jones-Bishop, his 13th consecutive appearance on the wing, 6 tries in his last 4 games coming into this, tries in all 4 against Hull last year, try number 7 of 2012, Ben Jones-Bishop. It was a walk-in, a brilliant cut-out pass from Webb.
Certainly was. This is the incident where Will Sharp lost control. You cannot afford to allow a team like Leeds the opportunity to stretch you, and you could see they utilised Ablett to wonderful effect. They thought he was going to get the short ball, but it wasn't, and it went right out to this fella. Ben Jones-Bishop. Typical, and a wonderful pass there. Looks slightly is drifting forward on that angle, and that's the reason why the crowd, they've seen it just at the same time as you have on television. And they are not a happy bunch of bunnies here, the black and white fans.
Well, that picture showed you conclusively, and Peter Gentle is looking at it again as to why they cannot go for forward passes on the video replay and the video referee. I know there's probably a difference of opinion up here, but there looked nothing wrong with that. It looked flat at worst.
Eddie, I think he'd be more concerned in how he ended up with two defenders facing three Leeds attackers, and Brent Webb has done that play throughout his career, and he's been a master at picking the right option. He had the short ball to Carl Ablett, he had the wide pass to Ben Jones-Bishop. Whether it's forward or not, those two Hull defenders, Tom Briscoe, who's a quality player, is still grasping at shadows.
Well, Phil Clark never likes us to call forward passes.
No, I didn't say that. You can't tell from the angle that we've seen. It didn't seem massively forward to me, and I think it's a play well executed, one that Hull need to improve. I go back to the point, we think when we watch a side just carry the ball from their own try line, with the player tucking the ball under his arm and running hard and straight, maybe just an easy part of the game. But the fact that Hull couldn't do it in control of possession, dropping the ball at the play the ball as Will Sharp did, was the reason why they find themselves here now 4 points behind.
Yes, Leeds leading 4-0. It's taken them about 11 minutes to get over the whitewash. Jamie Jones-Buchanan goes down in the tackle from Danny Tickle.
That's the one thing that I'm sure that the Leeds coach Brian McDermott
could have been an obstruction and was.
Yes, it was. They haven't got away with it on this occasion. Just trying to make that point there. You know, utilising such a big man as Carl Ablett in attack out on that right-hand centre position. This is the incident where they've utilised Luluwai. Well spotted by James Child, the official. Just making that point. It's really confusing for any defence to have such a big man coming at you, and that as soon as they utilised him as a dummy runner, it was always going to be a long pass to Ben Jones-Bishop.
Well, here's the opportunity on 12 minutes for Hull to respond. Catalan later score 27-20 to the Dragons against the Giants. The Giants aiming to go back to the top of the table. Here's another penalty for Hull coming from the whistle of the referee, James Child. They're 3 metres away from the line now. This is a golden opportunity for them. Lynch trying to bustle himself away from the defenders. Danny Houghton waiting at dummy half. They're 5 metres away. It's with Seymour. Bullets the pass. This Manu. And Manu trying to extricate himself from the Leeds challengers. Can't do so. He's held 2 metres short of the line. And that's another penalty. 3 on the row for Hull. That was stripped by Kevin Sinfield.
Well, usually when you get 3 on the trot, you'll concede. This is a big ask now of the Rhinos' defence, and very sensibly the Black and Whites have taken back a fair while, so they can get at least 10 metres between the defence.
Whiting was almost through. Good tackle by Clarkson. Houghton, you feel it's important that Hull score here, give themselves some confidence. That's Jay Pitts, and he plays the ball to Houghton, and this will be a try, and it is Danny Tickle. Well, penalty and a try for the Black and Whites, right next to the post as well. Tickle will kick the goal. That's his 8th try of 2012, and that should bring a smile to Peter Gentle's face, but it hasn't done yet. And 3 penalties on the run just produced the opportunity for Tickle to get over the line on his 150th Hull appearance, by the way.
3 penalties on the trot, and it ups the percentage, doesn't it? That you've got to force the defence into absolutely panic mode. That was the second one. When they got the third, short pass, they got caught. They got caught very, very slow in that second marker position. Watch it there. You can see they were caught out. Brent Webb at his back turned to play the ball, and it was going to be easy for this fella.
Yes, he scored the try. He's about to kick the goal. Over 2,000 points in his career now. 34 points against Widnes, a new Super League club record earlier in the campaign. And 6 points to Tickle, 6 points to Hull. They lead 6-4.
Well, Steve-O, you talked about the space behind the play the ball. It was Sean Lunt with heat praise on him before the game. He wasn't able to get to his position. Brent Webb was somewhat filling in for his teammate there, and that's a strong, hard line that Danny Tickle runs. 345 games this fella's played in. He plays 80 minutes most weeks, and a great servant for rugby league.
Yes, indeed. And that's just the lift that Hull needed.
Well, to be fair, even before that, Eddie, before those 3 consecutive penalties, that the black and whites really have impressed me. The way that they've kept the ball alive, especially the way that Richard Whiting, as Barry has already mentioned, he's taking that standoff position. And
here's another penalty offside against Leeds.
Well, the discipline is falling down. Brian McDermott, Rhinos coach, he will not be happy with that. Never made the 10.
Yeah, they were all next to him, but before the ball was played with the foot, they were about 2 meters in front of the referee. He'll be a little bit concerned about this weight of possession that's coming Hull's way. They needed a good performance tonight, Hull. So far, they're giving their fans it. 15, 16 minutes of the game gone, because Wigan put 50-odd past them in the last home game here.
Well, you've only got to look at last night's game. Remember, Hull Kingston Rovers, they give away so many silly penalties and allowed Wigan to take full control of this game. And Leeds have to make sure their discipline is a lot better.
Houghton. Short ball, and it's Sam Mower again. Pumping the legs, trying to project himself forward. Here is Brett Seymour. Seymour then gives it wide, and there's a chance here. So close to that line was Ben Crooks, and Seymour with a kick to the in-goal area. Oh, it's claimed! I think this could be a try. This could be a try for Tickle. It could be his second.
Well, it looked as though he was struggling, and then the right arm just popped out. Has he got the downward pressure? They're all onside.
It's Ian Smith's decision, the video ref.
No problem with that. They'll go to receiving now. Well, he certainly got it. He goes down. He tries to get it down there. He can't. There's a leg and an arm underneath him, but watch him reach out. Oh, has he lost it?
That's a brilliant take.
But has he got it down?
Leap.
I think he's lost it.
I think it's difficult to tell off that angle. If he's put it down between his legs. This might be the one that tells us. Brilliant leap. Has he got control of it?
No, I think he's lost it, sadly. Well, it was a wonderful take, wasn't it? The man who had just scored a try a few minutes previous.
Very difficult this to judge for Ian Smith. Very difficult indeed. I wonder, benefit of the doubt, maybe?
There's no knock on. Oh, it's very hard, but...
I'm with you, Eddie. I think you would have to give it the benefit of the doubt. It seems as though his right hand gets to the ball and grounds it simultaneously as it hits the floor. And that would be a try in my eyes. It's a pity he hasn't got a closer angle here, hasn't it, just to show us that from...
I'm not so sure whether Zach Hardacre pinches it out of his hands.
This might show it a little bit clearly, should I say, and does he drop it? I think he's lost. I think he's lost control of it.
His hand is the first hand that comes up off it. It could easily be benefit of the doubt, this.
It's Danny Maguire, not Zach Hardacre.
I think there's movement of this ball away.
Who'd be a video ref, eh?
It's a tough one for Ian Smith.
That's why he's taking so much time. Almost 2 minutes. They've checked everything out. Here comes the call from the video referee. And it is denied because it is a knock-on.
I just saw a very little movement in there, Eddie. It was a wonderful kick, wasn't it? And a great reception.
It does prove one thing, with a bit of possession and some position, Hull FC can trouble Leeds Rhinos and score points. Great skill from the second row again. He's having a big influence on this game.
I don't think there would have been an argument either way had that been given, you know. I really don't. And benefit of the doubt does come to mind.
Yeah, and it was a tough one for Ian Smith.
Oh, this is a great run. It's a wonderful run from Delaney.
Oh, it's a shocking pass.
Didn't Richard Whiting's hand get to it? I think there's some defensive credit given here.
Did he just get a hand? I didn't see it.
He did.
What a break from Delaney, though.
Back on the inside, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. It's not that one, it's this next one. That's going backwards.
That's going backwards, that's okay. Did Webb touch it? Obviously not, according to the official.
But Whiting does there.
Yeah,
that's where the knock-on is.
Yep.
Not the first one as he was chasing back. It was the second one.
Well, to be fair, they've had two rubs of the green of the visitors.
Here's Jamie Jones-Buchanan.
They're a bit short on that right-hand side in defence hole, but they're coming the wrong way, Leeds.
And Catalan Dragons have maintained their 100% home record against the Giants tonight. So Wigan stay top of the table. Catalan, what sort of form are they in Perpignan? Here is a penalty meanwhile to Leeds for offside. And Delaney will drive it in, the man who started all this rumpus for the Hull defence.
Move on the line, Eamon. Come on. Go.
There's Sean Lunt. Now it's with Kylie Luluai. Fires the pass to Sinfield. Sinfield thought about a short ball to Clarkson, then Clarkson overran him.
To be fair, he pulled it back, realised he could have got a bit of knock on there. Wasn't anticipating that.
Danny Maguire finds Zach Hardaker. Will Sharp does well, sticks to him like glue. Ball comes backwards and free. Referee keeps the tackle count going.
Big gamble by Will Sharp there, but got away with it. Came off the line, quick pass, it would have been an easy try.
Maguire goes back that way. Here is Hardaker again. And once again, Will Sharp is there with Seymour. Webb to Luluai. Luluai to Sinfield. Sinfield slides the kick in, looking for Ben Jones-Bishop. Briscoe to the rescue.
Great rugby league all round, both in attack and defence. Messing around.
Offside as well. Fiddling about it to play the ball.
Well, he went underneath him, didn't he? Got the leg up and there was no way he could get away from it. He had to give the penalty. Ben Jones-Bishop could not roll away effectively. That's a great relief by the black and white, I'll tell you.
And then the small pieces of play that you don't perhaps notice. Tom Briscoe fights like his life depends on it to play that ball, and forces the referee to blow the whistle, gaining some territory, getting the ball back.
Houghton is the dummy half. Here is Whiting, gives it then to Willie Manu. Manu gets Hull to halfway. That's a bonus for them and a bonus for him. Houghton again, scampering run from dummy half. They've loaded down the right-hand side. That's the way they're going. This is Jay Pitts.
That was a great run, wasn't it, by Willie Manu? He's such a strong man as well.
And Seymour will dab the ball into open space behind Brent Webb. Good kick. Good chase back, though, by the Leeds full-back. Gets away from Seymour. Can't get away from Houghton, though, or Jay Pitts.
Just shows you how important that chase was. Kicked into the right-hand corner. But the defence by the black and whites, they moved up on an angle, forced them back into it. There's no way through.
Ryan Hall to his feet, plays the ball. Peacock. Eamon O'Carroll does well, the ball is dislodged. Oh, it was stripped, says the referee.
They're always tough calls, them. Jamie Peacock raises his arm almost to avoid the collision, and in the process the ball's vulnerable.
I think that's a tough call on Eamon O'Carroll.
They go either way, them.
Yeah, that is a tough call. That should have been just play on. And they know it well. That's the third let-off, shall we say, that Leeds have had the benefit of the doubt.
Sean Lunt, dummy half, finds Peacock. Solid run again from the England captain.
Move on the 10. Hold.
Lunt, hands on hips, waiting. At the play the ball, gives it to Sinfield. Good ball, short to Clarkson. Down he goes.
Good run as well. Clarkson came on the angle.
Whiting's getting through a ton of work in defence. Lunt again. Maguire. Jamie Jones-Buchanan nearly slipped the net. That's an important tackle by Brett Seymour.
Did well, could have been penalised. Hung on very late indeed.
Lunt and Clarkson, good tackle. That was by Whiting again, a hero in defence so far. Sinfield, oh, great ball, great try. Carl Ablett, super try from the champions this. Carl Ablett with a try. No wonder the Leeds fans on their feet and applauding that. Carl Ablett, ever present this year, this man. 6th game he's played in the centre. He's been there for the last 4. And a fantastic pass from the captain, Kevin Sinfield, to open the door for Ablett, and he was straight through.
And how many years have we seen this from Kevin Sinfield? Captain courageous, the creator on this occasion. He was screaming for the ball, and he utilised the dummy runner, which is Delaney, went right across him. Just a bit of hesitation there. See how they took out Delaney? They thought he was going to get it, but it went straight across. And Carl Ablett He'd enjoy that. Got a bit of a facial there by Ryan Hall, by Tom Briscoe, should I say.
So Carl Ablett, the latest try scorer for the champions, that nudges them back in front, and Kevin Sinfield here. He adds the extras, as is his wont, and it's Hull 6, the Leeds Rhinos 10.
No, there isn't a big difference between the best and the rest in this competition. But what Leeds have done there as one of the best teams is a surge. If you look at the 3 players that led up to this try, they just increased the intensity and the speed of play to such a level. It was minimal to notice, but it made a significant difference, and it helped Carl Ablett score the second try for the Rhinos.
And that's one of the most difficult skills in the game, to keep your eyes wide open, knowing that there's defenders around you, within your eye line, to keep your concentration and focus on the ball. We saw Danny Tickle do it up the other end for Hull. One of the advanced skills in the game.
So Leeds ahead, 10 points to 6. Maguire fields the kick-off. Don't forget Super League full-time tomorrow night, Sunday, 10:30, Sky Sports 2 HD. All the tries from this weekend. And Bank Holiday Monday, we're back with you again, Sky Sports 1 HD at 2. And a bit of a grand final, really, for those two, isn't it? Two strugglers, Castleford and Widnes. We're live at the Coliseum at 2 o'clock on Monday.
That'll be a real blood and
He's
guts
lost
affair,
that.
won't it? Yeah, it's a knock-on.
Sean Lunt, a mistake, a rare mistake in his Leeds career. Short, though it has been.
Lifts the arm, apologises to his colleagues. Just couldn't keep control.
I wonder whether he was trying to offload that ball.
I think there might have been a bit of a push. Yes, he was. You're right, Barry. Well, the problem that we've seen over the past few weeks for Peter Gentle and the whole side in their defence, it's certainly been strong. Tonight,
what will the Leeds defence have in store here for Jordan Turner? That solid tackling, they're trying to push him over the whitewash on the far side. He stays within the field of play on top of Ryan Hall. Will Sharp fires the pass back to Houghton. Here is Seymour. Seymour then pops it up to Eamon O'Carroll again, the Irish international. They're 19 metres away. They're going down the short side with Houghton. Gets the ball away to Seymour. And this is Russell. He gets away from Hall. And then he's dumped to the ground on the shout of held. He's looked fairly impressive, this young Matthew Russell, hasn't he? He's only 18 years of age, a month's loan from the Wigan Warriors, getting some valuable Super League experience here. Houghton again. Whiting. Good ball to Manu, trying to skip away from the defence. Great pass out the back to Houghton. Then over the top it goes to Russell. Here's Tickle. There's Turner. This is Sharp. And Sharp for the try. Danny Maguire was beaten. All ends up. Wasn't the best attempt from Danny in defence. And Will Sharp got over the top of him and touched the ball down. He got a try and defeat here against Wigan 2 weeks ago. This 4-pointer edges the black and whites ahead again. Will Sharp. He got one here last year against Leeds. One of his 9 tries in 2011. He's got one in 2012.
Come up with the error, and that was Sean Lunt. Tried to offload in an impossible position. It allowed the black and whites plenty of opportunity. And I must say, Richard Whiting is in good form, brings back the fella Manu. And then from this angle, they've got the overlap. You can see that Ryan Hall, he had to come out, but what a wonderful step. Looked as though Maguire was going to wrap him up, and watch how Whiting changes the direction of the attack. Beautiful offload. Houghton takes it on, but this is the crucial moment. The step. Oh, see you later, Danny. Great stuff.
Good stuff from Will Sharp. Only a 4-pointer. I think I might have given him 6. I think I might have said that Will Sharp had just given Hull the lead again. He's actually levelled the scores. I'm preempting the kick from this fellow. Danny Tickle.
I'm sure he's got the same confidence as you, Eddie.
It'll be a hell of a kick if he gets it from that far side.
Well, we knew there was going to be a real royal battle. And they are not disappointing, both sides. As we say, they may have been a little bit in the doldrums, the Hull Football Club. But not tonight.
If he kicks this, the lead changes hands for the 3rd time. Oh, he's just pushed it to the wrong side of the post. 10 apiece.
But what's impressive from the Hull side, from my opinion, is the fact that this is the side that's conceded 56 points in their last Super League game. At home, they were embarrassed against the Wigan Warriors, and yet they've played with the confidence of a side that's in the top 4. They've obviously, with the coach Peter Gentle, managed to rebuild that over the 2 weeks that they've had to prepare for this. They've lost one of the key overseas players. The fullback, Wade McKinnon's gone home. They've had a new boy arrive this week. But they're playing here almost as if an established side with the confidence of taking on and passing the ball. Sometimes you see teams that are down on luck just sticking hold of the ball and not prepared to take the risk of offloading or flowing the ball around. But it hasn't been the case with the black and whites.
And in the bigger games, you need your big players to step up and perform. In Jordan Turner, who's playing in that right centre, that was a beautiful touch. Caught it and passed it virtually in the same breath.
Oh, that was a good ball as well. And here they come with Crooks, and Crooks gives it to Briscoe, and Briscoe this time will give Hull the lead. Wonderful try from the black and whites, this. And I mentioned Ben Crooks in the build-up to that. There's a name from the Hull past, of course. Ben is the son of the former Hull legend Lee Crooks. And Tom Briscoe, on his 100th Hull appearance, his 55th consecutive appearance, Tom Briscoe scores the try, and Hull do have the lead, and the lead has changed hands 3 times.
Tremendous play by the black and whites. That's the 4th occasion that they've caught this Leeds sliding defence out. Beautiful pass, wasn't it? Gets on the inside, and Briscoe, right at the moment, there's nothing going to stop him. Well, we said that this whole side needed to build in the confidence. The offload was good, wasn't it? Youngster did exceptionally well, and Briscoe knew he was over the whitewash. He's happy, and why not? Because Peter Gentle realises that a lot of criticism against this Hull outfit, saying that their wonderful start to the season was because they were playing the lower grade in the Super League and that they had not performed against the top tier. Well, you've got to say that the present champions, okay, they're not in the top tier at the moment, in the top 4 yet, but you can't take it away that they are the champions, and Hull are taking them to the cleaners.
Danny Tickle. That's the angle he has. He should kick this. This for 16-10 to the black and whites. 16-10 it is. A purple patch for Hull FC.
Well, you're right, Eddie, you're right to point out young Ben Crooks. He's just 18 years of age. Watched him for a long time, playing in the left centre. And Ben Crooks, the former Lock Lane amateur, has the cool composure. He's a good goal kicker as well, just like his dad. He's got a great future in the game.
But he won't be getting the goal-kicking responsibilities here in a hurry, because Danny Tickle is absolutely tremendous. But there he is, Ben Crooks. Real prospect, great name. Always difficult, I think, for young men to have to live up to the name of a famous dad. And Ben is doing that so far this year.
Well, I'll tell you what, he'll be running on the inside many more times in this game, because he realises that Willie Manu has got that quality to offload. This is an absolutely fantastic and classic game. We thought it might be a real battle royal in the forwards, but both sides quite happy to give it plenty of width.
Kick downfield. Just a quick word about that try from Tom Briscoe as he chases down Ben Jones-Bishop here. The tackle would be completed by Houghton and company. Tom Briscoe has just scored his 60th try for Hull FC, and this is his 100th appearance. It's quite a strike rate, and no wonder young Tom Briscoe continues to be linked with a future career down under in the NRL. Here's a penalty that will relieve the pressure on the champions, and Moore is absolutely furious about something.
He thinks he was being held back there at
All I can deal with.
well, I was just about to say that they've got to be very careful, and you can see he just put his knee there and then had a little bit of a swing. You can't just get upset, especially when you've just scored a bristling try there from Briscoe. Puts them into the lead, 16-10.
And what's more, something set out of turn by Sam Moore, another 10 metres forward. So great field position here for the Leeds Rhinos to begin this set of 6, and it's with Ablett. He's got Ben Jones-Bishop hugging the touchline here, but the black and whites come in and put him on his back. Must say, number 15 there, just getting off the deck, Oh, hello. Webb has seen something involving Manu. And there's a right Shamozzle developing here. It's just got a little bit heated in the last couple of minutes.
Well, when Sam Moore was penalised, Brent Webb, and the accusation was that Brent Webb led with an elbow, and there's Willie Manu. He's trying to
that's silly
make
play.
a point to Carl Ablett for some reason, and Brent Webb in the middle again.
Well, it was barely a tickle, but you can't do that.
I wonder what provoked that response, though, from Willie Manu. It seems very strange because the tackle was made. Let's see what the referee has to say, shall we?
Look, as far as we're concerned, there's been nothing else before. You can't take things into your own hands. Leave it to me.
Well, just a word of admonishment. Well, there's a slap in the face there. Oh,
Now then. Well, that's silly play by Ablett, and I'm not surprised, but it's amazing how the man that retaliates will
always get
the penalty away.
Always get penalised.
Yeah.
Here's Ian Kirk off the bench. Well, there might be something that we'll hear about that later, because there was something going on the deck there with Carl Ablett and Willie Manu.
Yep. There were certainly fingers utilised.
Oh, another penalty for the black and whites, offside. And the referee
has got to call somebody out here. Got to get the skipper.
Oh, Marco Mealy is at least 2 metres offside. Danny, come on. One incident up there. Sam has a go back. Another one there. That's 3 on the bounce in the space of 2 minutes. Sort them out.
Well, 3 in a row for Leeds earlier. That was blown by the referee. Now 3 on the row against Hull that's been blown by the referee. This is a big test of their defence. Sinfield on the inside. Where's the support for Kirk? Well, he hanged on to it.
It should have been there because he got his hands free. He could have offloaded there, but no one anticipated it.
Lunt fires the pass to Maguire. Little show of
Yeah,
goal, but that was a penalty for obstruction.
Yep, he
Clarkson
utilised it.
touches down, no try. Maguire can't believe it.
Well, he will do when he sees it on the big screen. You can't utilise a player like that and run right round him. As soon as he made contact.
Does he make contact?
Well, it's
Yeah,
Jamie
of course
Jones,
it is,
Buchanan,
yeah.
who's
You can't do that. It's as simple as that. And well done, James Giles.
Well, they'll be saying that in Hull because that would have been a try. And there's someone down. And there's a problem with his shoulder.
Did Ian Kirk,
Is
I
it
think?
Kirk or? Yeah, I think it is.
The referee thought it was a head injury. I think that's why he sensibly stopped the game for his protection. Does he just get his head in the wrong position? If he catches the arm or elbow.
Yeah, gets more or less the top arm and the shoulder right into the head.
It was Marco Mealy who was bringing the ball forward. Yes, no wonder he's blowing on his hands, Brian McDermott. It's a chilly night. But I've read in the paper today, gentlemen, that winter will continue till the 1st of June. Isn't that encouraging?
Yeah.
we had our summer. It was about a
March.
month ago. About a month ago. It was a glorious 3 days, though, Eddie.
It was. You enjoyed it, didn't you, Barry? Really
Yeah.
short.
We don't get that much in Oldham, so we're happy to see it.
Undersoil heating in July in Oldham, isn't it?
You don't get much light in Oldham, never mind. It's
Hey, come on now.
that close to the Pennines.
M. Stevenson,
Come on.
Sky Sports, for the letters of complaint from our Oldham viewers.
Oh, I've got friends over that part.
I'll represent Oldham, Steve. Oh, don't worry about that.
Kirk looks as though he's okay, which is good news.
Yeah, it is. It's
You know, hold on, they can't allow the breaking play here to be a break in their intensity. They had to play aggressively. I know there's been a few penalties in a bit, but they need to find some aggression, particularly with the defence, if they want to win this game. They're doing well so far, but they have to maintain that aggression in defence.
Kirk involved immediately in the tackle with Jamie Jones Buchanan to make sure that there was no way forward for Martin Aspinwall. Darryl Griffin, that's a great offload though there. Good tackling by Darryl Griffin, but they still managed to get the ball away.
they've been very
Crooks
adventurous.
again.
Very adventurous, Eddie, and it's really pleasing to watch.
Something that has just struck me, of course, Hull have had a fortnight to prepare for this. Leeds, well, they're just going on two fronts again, and Hull look really full of it, don't they? And Leeds, they haven't had a break for 2 years. They went all the way to Wembley last year, and they're still in the Cup this year, and they've had the World Club Challenge as well. As Manu gets the ball away, risky, and Ablett picks it up.
But he knows the opportunity was there, and Peter Gentle, the coach, he's fully aware that you cannot become negative with a man like Willie Manu. You've got to make sure that there's someone's close to him.
Ablett, good step, gets the ball away to Ben Jones-Bishop. Ben Jones-Bishop tracked back by Briscoe, who bundles him over the whitewash into touch. Great defence from one of the best attacking wingers in the business in Briscoe.
Well, he'll be pleased with the service that at least got the winger away, but Briscoe had him all lined up. Great stuff. Took him over, the momentum was sufficient.
Big 5 minutes they said, yeah. Big 5 minutes there before half-time. And Hull continue because Leeds have shown how dangerous they can be with that break from their own line. Have Hull got that extra level here now? They're another gear to go up in the final 5 before the break.
I think the biggest problem, though, Phil, is as far as Leeds is concerned, is that they are allowing the black and white so many half breaks and full breaks. You don't normally see that from a Rhinos defence.
Briscoe will have another dab at this Leeds defence. Did really well with the tackle, but Maguire waiting for the ball inside and playing merry heck with Ben Jones-Bishop there. I don't think there's anything Ben could do about it, to be fair. It was a wonderful tackle from Briscoe. Here's Mark O'Mealy.
Good
Great offload. Willie Manu.
He's made
wide
the
to go.
difference.
Crooks.
Oh, nearly got through. Ankle tap there by Ben Jones-Bishop. Saved the day.
Wrapped up by Kirk, but for how long? Crooks. Oh! Now then, the touch judge puts the flag up, but I think it's for the foot in touch by Ben Crooks, not off the knees of the Leeds defender.
Well, you can see the look on the Leeds defenders' faces because they know this was very, very close. Again, Ben Jones-Bishop just had enough strength. Brian McDermott knows that they're not really getting it all together.
Same again, Sean. Heads in, arms around.
Just the left arm that hits the whitewash before he releases the ball.
Well, Ben Jones-Bishop was bundled into touch not long ago by Tom Briscoe, and he's just repaid the compliment there to Ben Crooks.
Well, that would have been a nervy period for Ben Jones-Bishop, knowing that his side were vulnerable. He needed to come up with the right play and the right effort, show some energy and enthusiasm. I think he interrupted you there. I was talking about Mark O'Mealy and what an impact he's made. He's big and strong and knocked 6'7", 18 plus stones on his backside. Ian Kirk, when he charged the ball forward, and he's come up with a couple of offloads as well.
Yes, he has, Mark O'Mealy. They'll be glad to have him back. He's missed the last 7. There he is. Meanwhile, this is Darryl Griffin. That's good defence again from the black and whites up the middle. Sam Mower, nowhere to go. Sinfield spins away from one. Mower in again. Heavily to bring the lead skipper to ground. Quick play the ball, though. Little dab over the top as well by Sean Lunt. Bounces tantalisingly in front of Matthew Russell. Here he goes.
Bit of a swinging arm.
A swing there by Maguire. The crowd thinks so. Steve-O thinks so.
Certainly was, and Darryl Griffin gave Maguire a real old wallop.
He's impressive, though, this 18-year-old, isn't he? Look at him. He's got great balance.
You can see the swinging arm, should I say, from Maguire, and then it was Griffin that came in and walloped his own player.
What a bonus for Sean Wayne and Wigan that he is here and getting some valuable Super League experience where those opportunities are so restricted at the Warriors.
Well, it's probably quite embarrassing from Hull, isn't it? I'd have to say, I know there's a new management system in place to invest more in youth, but it's embarrassing that they've had to borrow a player from Wigan to play as a fullback.
Well, it is, but it's not their fault that Wade McKinnon had homesickness either, is it?
No, but you're telling me in a town that has so many amateur teams like this area has, they haven't been able over the last 10 years to get a player to come through and fill in when an Australian goes home early.
Well, you're right, it's a new regime at this part of the world, and maybe it's not their fault, but obviously they haven't.
There's a problem, I think, for Tom Briscoe. And a bit of a knock on the face.
Okay, now though he's back in the defensive line. Delaney again. O'Mealy stands his ground. Tickle and Manu. There's about 37 ton there to bring Brett Delaney to the ground.
Well, to be fair, the whole forwards really have crunched the opposition. They've bossed this first half, especially late in the first stanza.
Poor kick from Sinfield straight to Briscoe. I mean, we haven't seen that much of the black and whites. We've only seen the highlights on Super League full time, and we've read the reports, but I wonder whether there's been a better 39 minutes than this from Hull all season.
Well, it's not often, Eddie, but I agree with you. They really are playing with a lot of purpose. And their defence, they've got it all sorted out. They're going as a unit all the time. And this guy's having a wow of a game. Richard Whiting, he's controlling things out there.
Goes down on tackle number 3, though, still inside his own half. Houghton waits at dummy half, then gives it to Seymour. These big forwards are rolling Leeds back towards their own line. That's Sam Moore again, gets to his feet on halfway. Houghton, Seymour, Tickle, he's playing well too.
Yeah, determined runner as well. Good
Great offload. Houghton, here's O'Mealy. That's the last one for Hull in this set of 6. We're right on the stroke of half-time. Oh, that was a drop goal attempt, I think, by Houghton. And the ball will just trickle its way over the dead ball line. There's the half-time siren. That will do. And Hull will say that's 40 minutes very, very well played.